I don't think it makes sense for the NFL to get woke and to put people's names on helmets and all these different slogans on helmets. I think it's going to alienate a large percentage of their viewing audience. But if they're going to do it, they need to have a wide variety of names that can be honored, permitted on helmets, and I think this is a positive. Tyler Eifert has been allowed to put Sergeant David Dorn's name on his helmet, and I got to salute Eifert for making that decision. Dorn was murdered during looting and protesting in St. Louis. He was a lifelong police officer, much beloved in the St. Louis community. His death got a fraction of the attention of George Floyd, a fraction of the attention of the shooting of Jacob Blake. And if you're going to allow people to put people's names on their helmets, props to Tyler Eifert for putting David Dorn's name on the helmet. Remember, it was only a few years ago that the NFL wouldn't allow Jason Witten to put a helmet decal on the Dallas Cowboy helmets to respect and pay homage to the 5 Dallas police officers who were killed by Black Lives Matter, by a Black Lives Matter activist. Everybody just seems to have completely forgotten about that story. But if they're going to put names onto helmets, they need to make sure that the names on the helmets are at least expansive enough to encompass true heroes. And also, by the way, has anybody thought about what the reaction is going to be if Jacob Blake's name is on helmets? Jacob Blake, who was being arrested for felony sexual assault, who had the police called on him. Remember how angry everybody got at the NFL for Ray Rice? Imagine if the NFL had allowed Ray Rice's name to be put onto helmets to honor him for being treated unfairly after a video was out of him knocking his wife out. That would be crazy, right? Well, it's not like Jacob Blake is a hero. He had an outstanding felony sexual assault warrant. He was trespassing. He refused to consent and comply with police officers. Is the NFL really going to put a guy's name on their helmets who has a felony sexual assault charge outstanding? Now, look, you can argue, oh, he shouldn't have gotten shot as many times as he did. That's an argument. But is he still somebody that you want to honor and you want kids to emulate in their lives? I just think that the NFL is setting itself up for a real problem here. Not to mention, some of these guys have been proven their stories aren't true. Like Michael Brown. Are we going to allow Michael Brown's name on the back of helmets when we know that hands up, don't shoot is a lie? I think the NFL is stepping into a real mess here. And the conflict between Me Too and Black Lives Matter, I'm actually here for it to see which on the victimization pyramid, which part of the victimization pyramid would win here. Is it the black woman who called police for being sexually assaulted? Or is it the black man who refused to comply with police officer instructions, was a felony sexual assault, being accused of felony sexual assault, and also potentially armed himself? All of this is interesting, again, on the victimization pyramid to figure out what exactly is going to happen here when they both end up going head to head. This is going to be a mess. I think the NFL is walking really into a huge monster mess when all is played out here, associated with statements on helmets.